So good morning, everyone. Uh, Today, what I plan to do is, start with strings and then move on to pointers and then possibly a gentle introduction to functions. Now, C does not support strings directly that you are all aware of. Okay, so we do not have a data type called as string, but what we have is char. So, as we know, string is nothing but array of characters, isn't it? So can I declare a string using the concept of array, right? So the way to do that is you just have to say char, let us say f name, and I want this to be array of characters. Now you have two choices here to initialize this character array. Our traditional flower bracket notation that we used, like we have to put each character separately separated by commas, like that, and put a semicolon. But this is a very tedious kind of a way to initialize. So there is a easier way of initializing a character array. Just put double quotes and say Ajay like this. So this is a more neat and clean way of declaring a character array with a string constant initialized like this. Now what actually happens when you declare a character array? All right. So let us see in the memory what is happening here. So as you know, every variable has a memory location. So let us say our starting memory location is 4000. Since character takes only one byte, in the next location we get 4001, like this, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Now your first name will be referring to the first address here. Okay, and the characters Ajay will get stored like this. A will get stored here, J here, A here, Y here, and the last character will be null. So this is some special character. Backward slash 0 is the null character. Now why null character is required? Now to know where your string ends, we need to put a null here, and you don't do it explicitly. You just have to initialize the character array with a string constant like this. I'm not putting slash 0 anywhere here, but automatically this will be inserted by the compiler uh, when it stores the string in the memory. Okay, so slash 0 will be uh, put by default at the end. Now, how do I display this? Again, we would display printf. Percentage yes is what you have to use. So the format specifier for string is percentage yes, and just have to give the name of the character array variable, that is f name. So when you do this, what gets printed is Ajay on the screen. Okay, you all got how strings are declared, and when you declare and initialize, what happens in memory?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this part should be at the back of your mind. All right. So we will show through a program how all this works. I will be using online GDB. That editor has a problem. So just the same example, just char first name equal to double quote some name like Ajay. So I declare this as a character array. So the array notation must be there. Okay, you cannot initialize with the character like this because only variable name without square bracket is a character. So it cannot store a array of characters. So we have to indicate explicitly with a square bracket. All right. Now if I just say printf percentage yes, you get first name like this. If I run the program, I should get Ajay here. All right. So likewise, you can declare last name also. Let us say some, if is Ajay Acharya, then the surname will be Acharya like that. Okay. So even this you can display percentage yes. You can leave a space in between and then we say last name. Yeah. Okay. Now,
We cannot print it in one go, sir. Percentages, and then
yeah, you can do that. You
can
can,
do that, right?
yeah,
Okay.
sure. You can do that here as well. One more percentage yes, and then here only last name. You get the same effect. Okay. So it's a good observation, and this all can be done. Now, if I were to find the length of the strings, how I would do that? Okay. So what I can do is I take a variable n and initial value is 0. Now length of the string is nothing but the number of characters in the string. Alright. And we know that all strings end with a /0. So what I can do is I can put a while loop. While first name of n plus plus, or you can just say n here, not equal to single quote /0. It means until you hit the /0 character,
Mm-hmm.
keep on counting the number of characters. Okay. And if I now print the string and its length, now probably you will count one more, and you may get length of the string as 5. Let us see. Yeah, you get 4, exactly 4. So AJAY is 4 characters. Okay. So the last character /z helps me to detect, okay, whether I have hit the end of the string. So until I hit the end of the string, I keep on incrementing the count here. Okay, you can take n or count whatever. You can say cnt here and accordingly change the variables cnt. Here also cnt. It's like a counter, and you can just use cnt as the this thing. So finding the length of string in C is very easy. You just have to look for /0. That is where the character ends. Okay. Yeah. Now,
But
can
in case of, sir, no, I do have. But in case of integer array,
oh,
so uh, is there any easy way to find the length of an array?
no, because arrays don't end with /0 or anything like that.
Right.
Okay,
Mm,
so it is
mm,
only a special privilege of these strings in C
Yes.
that
mm,
character array initialized with the string constant, they will be
mm.
ended with /0.
Hmm.
Okay. Now, having learned how
Okay.
to find the length of the string, reversing the string is very easy, right? Okay. So what I can do is I can put a while loop, or I can take a while loop only. While n greater than equal to 0, printf. I have to print each character now. So percentage %c and then first name of n, isn't it? And before you loop back, you do a minus minus here only,
Mm-hmm.
so that first n is equal to 4, the fourth character y will come out, and when it loop backs, it will check n greater than equal to 0. At that time, n will be 3. So again, it will go to the third character a. So likewise. So now, if this is executed, you will get reverse of the string.
But N
So
is not.
it's CNT, right?
Finished.
Oh, okay. It is CNT now. Yeah. As you can see that YAJAKN. You can put a slash n here to separate the things out. As you can see, the first part is YAJA. So reversing the string is pretty easy. This decrement I am doing right here, you could do it outside this statement as well. CNT minus minus before you do, but now you have to put a flower bracket because there are two statements now. So what I did in the earlier step was a short form of these two statements into one. So the effect would be exactly the same.
Name of -1.
Actually, it should throw an exception and terminate. Uh, but in C, there is no provision. It will print some garbage value.
Okay, okay.
Maybe I have to check that.
Okay.
Yeah, so here, we are going only up to 0, so we are quite safe. Yeah.
Okay.
So printing the string and its reverse, all that can be done, right? So one more interesting problem that you encounter is concatenating the string and putting it into another character array, char full name, let us say. I want both of these individual names, first name, last name, should be put into another array. So you can take a array of characters which is 20 size. So for this full name, only memory is allocated. Okay. Now to copy Ajay and Acharya separately, I require two indices starting from 0 and J equal to 0. So I will count characters in first name, J will count characters in second string. Okay. And you require one more index to copy the characters in the full name. So let's see how we can do concatenating of two strings and put that into a result. So here, while first name of I not equal to null.
No.
Okay, so can you tell me what I should do here? I should put
I plus plus.
huh?
I plus plus. In this is I plus plus.
Okay, but before I do I plus plus, I have to copy each character into full name, right?
K. Correct.
So I
Okay.
should say full name square bracket K
K. K.
Okay.
is equal to first name
I of I.
first
I.
name of I. Okay. Now after this you do I plus plus.
Pay also and pay.
Yeah,
I also should
yeah.
increment.
You can do here.
Mm.
So there are many statements. I have to put that into flower bracket. There are three statements here. You can of course avoid these last two by making K plus plus here only and I plus plus here. But just for clarity, I'll put it like that.
Oh, sir, like if you make, I mean, you're saying full name of K plus plus or after full name of K
No, no, no,
colon K
no,
plus plus.
no, no. Here only.
So if we do it here, first it copies the value and then
Then
increments it.
increments, yeah. Then
Oh,
these two are not required.
okay.
Hmm? If you
Okay.
are able to pick up this syntax, this is neat and clean. And now since there is only one statement, you don't require this flower bracket also. So to avoid excessive code, you can do this, right? Now that we have copied the first name, just observe it does not copy your /0 because once you hit /0, it will come out of the loop. You get this point? Now between first name and last name, if you want to put a space, you can take full name, then K plus plus equal to a
Space.
space like that. Okay. Now you take the second string, that is while last name of J not equal to null, full name K plus plus equal to, tell me what I should do.
The last name of
What?
K plus plus.
Yes.
J plus plus, right?
K plus
Yeah.
plus, yeah.
That's good. That's good. Now, this is string which has copied both the names Ajay and
Mm.
Acharya, but we have to put /0 for printf to stop at that point. So
Mm.
once you come out of the second while loop, the full name you must terminate yourself. Okay, you can put just k because our k plus plus here doesn't really matter. Equal to, you have to put /0 yourself. Okay, so that the full string Ajay Acharya has ended with /0. Now, if you call printf and print the full name, it should print Ajay Acharya now. Okay, so let's see whether it does that.
Sir, in
Sir,
line
without
17,
Yeah,
we have already given the, I mean, where it will end, right? It is
where
not, yeah,
yeah,
correct.
can we
Why we are again giving it in 19?
where
What
here
to K?
this one?
We are giving it to K, okay, okay.
No, no, no. See
no,
here.
sir, actually by default, C end string with a null character, right?
No,
So
no.
why
That is
to,
that is when you initialize like this.
okay.
Okay, so in the
So,
program you are initializing the string in double quotes. Now that time it will do /0, not now.
okay.
Okay, okay.
Can we try without
Yeah, it
that
might
statement
contain
actually?
some garbage value and string
Okay.
may terminate there or it will print. See, some additional flower bracket
Okay,
is
okay.
coming. Okay,
Okay, then
after
we'll,
flower bracket there could be /0. That is why it is stopping. So if you
okay.
don't want that extra character to come, you have to do it.
Okay.
Okay. So would you like to try this out? Just try this out. So you should be comfortable working with strings. So take some 5 minutes time quickly and initialize your first name and last name and take a full name array of characters program, right? For first name is like this, last name is like this, and first name not equal to null, do this, then put one blank space, last name not equal to null, do this,
Yeah.
full name this, and then when I print this, you get Ajay Acharya like that.
With the slash?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then,
that is what I'm doing in full name.
okay.
See, full name when you declare with 20 characters, what it does, it will allocate memory like this. Okay, so possibly it stores some, as you know, anything not initialized contains some garbage.
Correct.
Okay, so some characters like flower bracket or something, some number may also, some character like this may appear. Some garbage will be there, we don't know. Okay, so it is 20 characters should be all like this. There will be no /0. You have to put /0 yourself.
Okay, okay.
That is what I'm doing here.
Okay.
And sir, one thing, like if the user wants to, like using the scanf, right? If
Yeah,
the user wants to give the string,
yeah, yeah. It is the same way.
so do we need to still add that null character or
Yeah,
will
yeah.
not?
No, no, no. Null character will be put by system only. For example, if I just put like this, but when you want to read through keyboard, you have to specify the size of the array here. Okay.
Okay.
And now, if I say I want to read the first name, so printf, so enter first name. So here you do a scanf,
Okay.
but use percentage yes now, and then say first name. Now, arrays array when you declare array name itself is an address, you need not give ampersand here. For normal variables we use ampersand, no, in
Yeah.
scanf. You don't need to do that
Why, sir?
because array name itself is a address.
Okay.
Address.
Okay, array name itself is address when it is arrays. Okay, we shall see that distinction when I discuss pointers. That is why arrays must be declared discussed with pointers also. So how arrays and pointers are related, so there it becomes clear. Okay, so now the first name what you enter will be put by substituted by null. So if I say Kiran or something, we can say Kiran Acharya comes. So it is putting /0 itself, even when you read through the keyboard.
On 17th line.
Yeah, you can, but it will not
Okay.
show you /0.
Okay.
I can say first name percentages /n and then say first name.
Some value in that.
Yeah, the size of the array should be declared.
Declared a
Yeah,
size of the.
because see, if I only do this, no memory will be allocated.
Okay, okay.
It
So,
is
like, what about the extra? Suppose I have declared 20 and I'm initializing an array that has size of like 10. So, in that case,
uh,
the 11th one will be slash null
it
character,
will
right?
contain some garbage. Yeah.
Okay, but
Hmm.
what about the null character? In this case, suppose I have declared some 10, a name that is of 10 characters.
Where
Here, the full name, right?
like this,
Say like this, yeah. Something that contains
I
only,
think
yeah.
so. It will not take. Let us see. It takes, but now
Uh,
if you do, uh,
how
like,
it is stored there? I
yeah.
mean,
So there also it is stored like Girish /0 only.
okay,
Okay, /0
okay,
here, and then some garbage characters at the end.
okay, okay,
Okay.
okay.
So if you initialize like this, it will allocate total 20 characters, of which 5 characters are occupied by this Girish or whatever.
Hmm.
In fact, 6 characters. And remaining all contain some garbage here, up to 20 characters.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if we like over, then we'll get a message like
Yeah. If you
excess
go
or
out of
something.
bounds of the
It goes
array,
out of. Hmm.
it should actually throw an error, but in C, depending on the compiler, it may
Okay,
print some garbage value which is present beyond the array boundary.
okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Hmm?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so I guess all doubts are clear with regard to strings. They are simply array of characters. Fine?
Yes.
Okay. Now, coming to the next important and interesting concept is pointers. Many people are scared of this, but this is the most interesting and easy topic to understand if you pay attention. All right. Now, we know that any variable that we declare with some initial value, it will get some memory allocation done in the RAM. So this, let us say at 4000, we have the value 5, and this is designated as A. So the address of variable A is 4000. Now what pointers do is pointers don't store values, they store addresses of the variable. So the way to declare pointer is int star p. So star p, the star indicates that variable p is a pointer. Now when I
So P
declare,
can be anything or
yeah,
it's fixed.
it can be anything, it can be ptr, xyz, whatever. Okay,
Okay.
so it is just a variable name. Since it's a pointer, I am taking p here. Okay. Now, when I do int star p, p also gets some memory allocated. Let us say 8000. But in the memory location of 8000, it cannot store some values here. It will store only address of another variable. That means if I want to store address of a, we know that if I use and a, I'll get the address of a, right? Hello.
Okay.
So that you can store in p. So when you do this in memory location 8000, you get 4000 here. It means pointer p is pointing to this memory location. Alright. So pointer is also a variable. It also occupies space, but it only stores addresses of other variables. Okay. Similarly, suppose you had one more variable here, b, which is at 4004, 4004 here. Now, if I want to make p point to this b, all that I have to do is p equal to ampersand b. And what will happen? This address will now change to 4004. It means this will now point to this location. It means it is referring to memory location pointed to by p, which is 4004. Okay, so depending on what you assign, the pointer points to different memory locations. So you all might be wondering what is the use of pointer when variable names can alone be used, why pointers. So we shall see why use of pointers becomes so very essential when you write functions and also navigate through an array using pointers. So now if I say printf percentage d, if I want to print the value of b, either you can say b here or you can use the pointer with the dereferencing operator. So there is a operator called as dereferencing operator star, like this. So star p means content of memory location pointed to by p. What is the content of memory location pointed to by p?
B.
That is value 7. So 7 gets
7.
printed here. Okay.
What happens to A, sir? That will go?
No. A will be there. It will remain allocated. It will remain.
But it will override, no?
Which one?
This pointer will not be pointing to A.
It will not be pointing to A.
So when, if suppose I want to I want to print an address of A, I have to declare maybe one more pointer here.
Yeah, you can
Different
actually
pointer and ampersand.
Yeah, you can actually print the address of memory location also, or where exactly A is stored. We'll see that how to do it using the address manipulation.
Now in this program, sir, we have declared A and B, correct?
Yeah.
And we have given a pointer.
Yeah.
So in this code, we can only fetch one value, right? We cannot together do both. Or
No.
is there
One pointer can
One
point
pointer
to
will point
only
to
one
one.
variable at a time.
Okay.
Initially, you can point to A, then move to point B.
Sir, sorry, just one more doubt. So it was initially point to A.
Yeah.
That is so pointer had 4004 as its value when it was pointing to A, right?
No. When it was pointing to A, it had 4000.
4,000, but a pointer's location was
8,000.
here, no? 8,000.
8,000.
Okay, so when it was pointing to B,
This got changed.
4,000.
It got changed to 4,000 to 4,004.
4,000. So this will be free. This 8,000.
No.
The space
8,000 will be occupied with this new value now.
with the 4,000. Oh,
4.
okay.
4004.
So 8,000 will be replaced with 4,004 when
Yeah.
we
Memory location 8,000 will be replaced with 4004. Okay. We are not working with actual memory addresses here. We are just using ampersand symbol to indicate that. So let's see through a program how all this works out, and it will be very clear when we discuss all these things with examples. So as I told you, int a equal to 5 or whatever, or you can declare b also here, and you declare a pointer star p. Okay. Now if you print without initializing the pointer, it will print some garbage now. P is not pointing to any memory location now. It is pointing to some random location. So if you try to do this, it will see some garbage value will come here.
Yeah.
Okay. Now before printing, if I say p equal to ampersand a, it should print value of a now. Correct? Yeah. Now, if I change after this, if I change P equal to
Okay.
B now, it should print 7. I put slash n star P. You must use star P. You should get the content of the memory location pointed to by B. Star P means content of memory location pointed to by P. So now we'll see 5 and 7 here.
Okay, what happens if we don't use a star?
Yeah, if you
Do we
don't,
get the memory location or
if you try to print P, it will print the address of
address of
pointer.
the okay.
You see, this is the whatever 8,000 I'm mentioning, no, in the
Hmm.
example,
Correct.
that
This
will
is
come.
the hmm.
But say it is throwing some error. No? Format specifier.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Hmm.
So that is what it will, you have to put this. Okay. So if you only do this, the format specifier has to be LD here, long decimal, I think so.
So like the address of A should be equal to the
Yeah,
P, whatever address is being stored in pointer.
yeah. Now it is address of B. Whatever address it is showing, no, it is address of
Address of B.
variable B. Hmm? So if you actually want the value at location B, then you should say star B.
Int data type, right?
No, no.
It always points
Depends
to.
on which variable it is pointing to. If it is float, then pointer has to be float. For example, if I say float price equal to, let's say, 45.87, then you cannot make P point to price. You have to take another pointer P1. And here is say P1 equal to ampersand price. Only
But
through,
pointer is
But pointer
declared.
should float, right?
yeah.
P1 is declared as
Oh,
int.
sorry,
No?
sorry. This should be float.
That is okay.
Yeah, this
And
should be,
same thing for
yeah,
char, right?
yeah. So if the variable is of type int, pointer should be of type int. If it is of float, it should be a float. It should be of corresponding type.
So either the data type, it is always pointing to a memory location
Yeah,
of
yeah,
that
yeah,
particular variable.
yeah. Now if I try to print star P1,
Mm.
it should print me the price percentage up now, star P1, and we'll put a slash n. You will see that 45.87 will come out. Correct?
Okay.
Yeah. So similarly, I can have a character data type here, char ch equal to, let's say, h. And if you want to point to this h, you can say char star p2 ampersand ch. Correct? And you can print that. So to print character, you should use percentage C, okay, and then star P2. H should come out now.
Sir, in P, if it is a string, sir, because we'll define that
Ah,
string in an array, right?
yeah, yeah.
So
So
at that time, ampersand of
Ampersand.
just array name.
if you are
Yeah.
declaring a array of character, then ampersand need not be given because that itself is an address. Okay, so I will show you that. Let us say the earlier example of first name, whatever, we can make pointer to point to that string. So here, if I say char first name, some name, okay, now I can take a pointer star p and say p equal to first name. You need not give ampersand here because array name itself is a pointer. Okay.
So, sir, can we declare array name itself using star, char star first name? What can we do
Now,
like that? Or?
yeah, yeah, you can do that also here. Okay. So we'll see that also. Now if I say,
Okay.
yeah, now if I say p,
What more should be printed?
uh, Okay. Should we give?
Thank
Sorry.
you.
Okay. Yeah.
Hmm.
So P is pointing to first name, and then you are getting that. So diagrammatically also, if you see, I will show you now what actually happened. So we declared char first name square bracket name here. So in the memory, what is happening is, let us say, let me take a shape here. That's better. So your first name is here, and whatever is the first address, let us say 4000. At 4000, you have P. 4001, you have A. 4002, you have D. 4003, we have M. 4004, we have A again, and then 4005, we have /0. Correct? This is what we have. Alright, now if I say char star P, and P also gets allocated, let's say P is allocated somewhere here, and address here 8000 or something. So if I say P equal to first name, what actually happening is, in 8000 location, 4000 is coming here. So that it is pointing to this location. Okay. And now if I say printf percentage yes P, it is printing Padma like that.
No, but P has only stored 4,000.
Pardon?
How will it continue? P has only stored 4,000, correct?
Yeah.
Then how will it go on printing all others?
Yeah. Now that is how printf, it will check what is this format specifier. If it is yes, no, it will print till the /0 is encountered.
Okay.
Now if I put
from
slash
statement.
instead of slash this percentage yes, if I put C here, then it will
Till
print only P.
Okay.
I'll show you that. If I do that here, if I put only C here, it should print only capital P.
Okay.
You should use that, I think so, dereference operator percentage star. Yeah. Because you should, when you refer to only one location, star P is required. When you are referring to array of characters slash with 0, then this star is not required.
So percentages will only do it till it ends.
Till it ends. Okay.
Till it encounters
So,
Slash.
sir, can you print the address of this first name?
Which one?
Address of first name.
Address of first name.
Uh,
I think so. It can be done through format. There is a format specifier for that. I think so. It is LD, long decimal. If I say first name here, as you can see, this is the address where first name, first character is stored. So whatever 4000 I am referring to now, that is this address. It's a 32-bit number.
Okay, so pointer address will be again different, no?
Yeah, pointer address will be again different. So that also you can see. Let us see what happens if I say /n percentage LD, then P here. Yeah, because P is pointing to first name. No, it is showing the
First name's address only.
address only. It is showing P. It is not
How do
showing.
you get?
If I do ampersand P, then it
Ampersand.
will possibly print address of P. That is different. Correct?
95.
Yeah, that is 8000. What I am referring to now, that is this address of P. Okay, if I only say P, it is
Again,
same location where first name is pointing. Yeah. So pointer arithmetic is you have to learn gradually.
But this format specifier you use is long double, right?
Not long
LD,
double, long decimal.
long decimal.
Yeah,
Okay.
that is for printing addresses. Hmm? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Now, uh, now since see, if I use pointer, what is the advantage? We will see quickly. Now, this first name is also address. Okay, address of your first character. It is also like pointer only, but it is a static pointer. It means you cannot increment first name like this. It will not go to the next character when you do this. It will not allow in the first place. Whereas pointer can be done plus plus so that it can point to the next character. Okay. So what is the meaning of what I am talking about is that initially in our program, your pointer pointed to first name. We could print that. Now let me remove these two. So P is pointing to the first character, correct? P is pointing to the first character when I do this. Now, if I do P plus plus, it will move to the next character. It will print ADMA now. Okay,
Okay.
let us see.
Uh,
Yeah,
Sir, P is the whole string. I mean, whole string it takes, right? Ampersand P is what points to the first character.
yeah. P is pointing to the first address of the first character in the array.
Okay, got it. So
But
you're incrementing P
uh,
before.
yeah, pointer can
Before.
move to the next character.
Okay.
But you cannot do first name plus plus because it is static pointer.
Mm.
See, what is the difference? I am printing using pointer. I can do first name also, no?
Mm.
That is also
Yeah.
address. It will give Padma now. But you cannot do first name plus
Okay.
plus and display ADMA
Correct.
because it will give error now.
Mm.
L value required as increment operand. It means you cannot increment the array name. Whereas you can
Address.
increment the pointer and use pointer to go to the next character.
Okay.
Okay. So what happens if I do one more P plus plus?
DMA.
DMA will come. I put capital P here, sorry.
So pointers should always be declared with, I mean, the P only, just
No,
P.
no, no. You can say X.
It can be
It
anything.
can be X.
Mhm.
Just for convenience, we use P.
Okay. Yeah.
You can use X like that. So wherever there is P, I should put X. So
Yeah, it's okay.
you get exactly the same. All right. Now, see the advantage of pointer is suppose Padma Kulkarni, something like that. Some name is there. Now you want only Kulkarni. So what I can do, I can make X point to the first character and then move X. How many characters? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
4, 5.
So if I say X equal to X plus 6, it will print only Kulkarni now.
Colon.
Semicolon, yeah. So using pointer, I can move in the array of characters. So string manipulation becomes easy.
Okay.
Are you getting this point?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Now, suppose one sentence is given. I am going to Bengaluru. And if I have to find how many words are there in this sentence using pointer. Okay, so again we'll use P here just for clarity. Using pointer, if I have to find the number of words, can you tell me how to do that?
Number of vowels.
Words.
Words. Okay.
So let me take one variable words and make it 0 initially. So how should I proceed?
If the particular
Is not
character
equal to
is space,
space.
Not equal to
if the
none.
character is space, increment
Space.
the word plus.
Yeah, whenever you find a space, word count should be incremented
Yeah.
and go from left to right until you hit /0.
Zero.
Okay, so first I have to initialize P to your first name,
P is equal to first name.
and then while P not
P is
equal to
not
null,
space.
None.
okay, within the loop, here, what I should do is check whether if uh, should it be star P? Star P equal to
Space.
space, yeah. If you encounter a space, then word
Yes.
plus you must do. Okay?
So isn't it's not equal to space?
No.
We
Here
are counting.
not equal to, see, I am going from left to right till the end of the string. Each time I
Okay.
encounter a space, I have to count that as a word. Like I is a word, am is a word, going is a word, like that. And before I loop back, I should increment the pointer by 1, right? This I should not forget.
Okay.
And it will not count the last word because there is no space thereafter, right? So when you come out of the loop, you should increment the count words by 1 more to account for the last word. And now if I print,
So why you use star P
yeah,
in 15th
because you
line?
have to check each character, no? Here also,
15th line. Yeah. Star.
should it be just P? I think so. It is just P. Yeah, you're right. Here, total words equal to percentage D, comma words.
Words.
Let us see if it works. Char star P.
5th line, sir. Semicolon.
Hmm?
5th line semicolon at
Fifth line. I am going to
Oh,
Bengaluru.
okay. Oh, it is not going anywhere. I think so. It should be star P. Content of memory location. No. Star P is the content of memory location. Yeah, total words 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So why star P? Because you have to refer to the character stored in that location. P is the address. Star P is the value in that address. Are you getting the point?
Oh,
Or lot of confusions?
no, so why are we comparing star P instead of just
So
P?
then P plus plus we can give star P plus
No,
plus.
see, that is a confusion. When you say P plus plus, I am incrementing the address. Okay, and when I say star P, I am referring to the character in the memory. Yeah. So your my name was storing I am going. There is a space here. Going like this to Bengaluru. Okay, and then there was a /0 here. All of you agree? And this has an address here. First character has address, let's say 4000 only. This is 4001 like this. And I took a pointer char star p and initialize p to my name.
So sir, one thing, like when you are initializing p to my name, so it will point to the first address,
Yeah,
right?
first address, yeah.
Address, not the full address of that.
No, not the full address. It will see if this is a pointer p, it will contain only 4000.
Okay. And you will do increment on this address and to find
Yeah,
the actual.
yeah. Now if I want to get character I should do star p.
Star p.
Okay.
Okay.
Star p means content pointed to by 4000. What it is saying is get me what is stored at location 4000.
Okay.
If I only say p, you are referring to the address. You are referring to this address here. You are not referring to this character here. To refer to the character, you should dereference. This is called dereference operator. What you are telling the compiler is get me the value at location 4000. What is the value at location 4000? I. So it will get I when you use star p. So what am I doing? I am doing while star p not equal to null. It means I am going till the end of the sentence. Okay. And before moving to the next character, I am just checking if star p equal to one blank. That is here I is not blank space. So it will do what? P plus plus. When you do P plus plus, P which is 4000 will be incremented by 1. So this will become 4001. When you do P plus plus, no, it will refer to this. So this address will now shift to the second character here.
Sir, if the particular char, meaning if the pointer we have defined it as char, it will move by one particular bit, 1 byte.
One
right?
byte because it is a character pointer. Yeah.
Yeah. If it is a int, then it should be depending on the architecture. It should be either 4 bytes or 8 bytes. It should depend on the particular
exactly.
integer.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Prices.
Okay.
Integer. Let us say 3.2, 1.5. Only two locations I take. So what will happen in this case? You will have price memory location. Okay. 3.2 and 1.5. 3.2. Left hand side is integer. So 3 it will be truncated to 3 only. Okay. So actually I should have used integer value. So let's use integer value and correct it. Now I have declared int star p1. So I just have to say p1 equal to just price here.
Okay.
So that your p1 points to this first location.
Okay. So now if we are using while, I mean to count the number or whatever, suppose we use a while loop. So in that case, we are going to use star p only,
star
right?
p. Star p refers to each individual character. Okay. But when you want to increment the pointer, then just p plus plus, not star p plus plus.
Okay.
If you do star p plus plus, then suppose p is pointing to A will become B. Because A is whatever this 65 in ASCII. When you do content of memory pointed to by increment, then this becomes 66, which is B now.
Okay, so we are going to if we use star p plus plus, we are going to increment that character itself.
Character itself. So you don't want to increment the character, you want to.
Okay.
Because when you read Bengaluru, there is no space after Bengaluru to count this Bengaluru. Isn't it?
Yeah.
It will end with /0 here. So it will not count the last word. if I don't do this word plus plus, let us say comment it out,
You'll
you
see
will see
only four.
you will get one less. Total number of words should be 4, but actually there are 5. If you don't want to do this word plus plus, then leave one space here also. Now it will give you correct answer.
Okay.
Got it? Because our program logic is based on the next space to define the previous word. Fine. So putting a space after Bengaluru, you don't have to do word plus plus. But if you there is no space here, then this additional plus plus you must do to count the last word in the sentence. So far is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Now, as I told you, if I do uh, star p plus plus here, it means the first character I should be incremented by 1. It should become j, no? Now let us see
Yeah.
whether that happens. So I am going to Bangalore. Let us see what it becomes. That is because if I do like this, this plus plus has higher priority. Okay,
Okay.
so you have to tell get the character first, then increment. Or you can put this plus plus first.
First.
Hopefully it will work correctly. Yeah, see, right? So here you are getting the character and incrementing the character, not the pointer. So star p refers to the character to which it is
Correct.
pointing and then incrementing the character value like this. Okay.
Sir, I have one question.
Yeah.
Pointer is always, it is null, right? Whatever we assign to it, that will get executed, correct?
Yeah.
Correct. So how did it go to J?
No, pointer p is pointing to I, but it is changing I value to j by incrementing its ASCII value to the next. See, I is, let us say capital letter start from 97, I think so. A will be at 97. J will be some, let us say 112 or something like that.
Okay.
So, sorry, your I is 112. So, whenever I do plus plus star p, what I am saying is get me value of I, which is 112,
Okay.
and increment it by 1. It becomes 113, and now this I becomes j.
Okay.
Okay, so I changed this to this. Okay. Now, given the sentence, can I convert this sentence into uppercase? So I want to display this entire sentence in uppercase using the pointer. So now this pointer is pointing to first location. I have to take each character and convert it into uppercase. If it is already uppercase, it is fine. So what is the way to convert it to uppercase? Now A is 65 and capital A is 97. So what is the difference here? 32, no? So if I add 32 to A, it should become capital A. So I have to read each character and add 32 and print it. So what I do is I take a pointer, point to the first character, while P not equal to null. Yeah, yeah. See, small letter is 97.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Okay.
capital letter is 65. So I should have subtracted 32.
Okay.
Okay, so now you see I am going to Bangalore is all capitals. So what I did here is I got each character. So the ASCII code of I, let us say 112 or something, and if you subtract 32, it will get to some range between 65 and something. 65 is your capital A, right? So let us say 72 is what we got. 72 is capital I, something like that. So if you write down all the ASCII codes of capital letters and small letters, you will get that. So subtracting 32 will get you a lowercase converted into uppercase.
Vice versa, plus 32.
If I give, all capitals here, if I do plus 32, it should get me everything in smaller case, right? Now what happens is that space is
Space.
uh,
It's not equal to space.
Is
not
not equal to
not
space.
equal to space. Then do this, else printf percentage C just P or just star P. So I'll give as exercise these programs only.
Okay.
Finding length of the string, okay, then counting the
Mm.
words, converting lowercase into uppercase. So that part you can just try it out, right? So we'll work
Oh.
a lot of examples on pointers and see for yourself how the things are working. Okay. Now with regard to pointers, I will show you one small thing, the actual usage of pointers. For that, you need to understand what functions are. You know functions, right?
Mm.
Okay, so let us say,
Yes.
yeah, function is another block of code with some name. For example, I can say void fun, and here just say printf hello, double quote it should be. You can call this function from main. So just say fun. If you execute, you will get, yeah. Now, in C, you have to tell the compiler before you start that what is the function you are calling and what are its signatures, like this. So this is called as function declaration. You have to declare what is the return type and what is the name of the function and what are the arguments that you are passing. You are not passing any argument. This is the function definition. So there are two things, definition and declaration.
Sir, like if we move this function on the
Yeah,
top, so do we still need to declare
no,
or
no,
that
that
is
is not
no?
required. But usually it is a good practice to write all functions after main. And that is why this
Okay.
declaration is required. Hmm? Because the
Mm.
compilation is done from top to bottom, this function invocation comes first. Here it doesn't understand what is the return type and what is the value expected if the function
Mm.
definition is after. Okay, so now
Mm.
if I move this here, possibly this declaration is not required. Let us see.
Mm. That will work.
Yes. Hmm? So the declaration is not required, but normally what they do is they you follow this standard, that is declarations are done before and functions are written after. Now let us say we have two variables 5 and 6, a and b with 5 and 6. I want to exchange these two, so I will write a function exchange a comma b, and this function will exchange ab. You know how to exchange, right? You take a local variable t, t equal to a equal to b, and b equal to t. Correct? and this is you print before exchange. Percentage D, percentage B, that is A comma B, and you write this printf after exchange. So what do you expect? This exchange should happen, right? And first it should print 5 6 and then 6 5. But you will see that
Exchange,
yeah,
exchange function
yeah,
in
you have
exchange.
to write the prototype here.
Exchange.
So void also.
Yeah, here it is accepting two variables, and here you must specify the data types again. Okay, so that is a
And the function name also should be changed, no?
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
So here it should be exchange.
Change.
So this is a function declaration. It is telling what is the return type, what are the number of arguments and their respective types.
So like while declaration, we don't need to specify the
Yeah,
variable
you
name. No?
don't have to say
Data type is
you
enough.
don't have to say A, B like that. Just
Yeah.
the data types are expected. Okay. Yeah.
Also, this thing, void, return type
Yeah, return
void
type you
in
must
the
specify
function.
return type void.
Or
Okay.
is it, do we have to specify, is it
Yeah,
mandatory
yeah. If you
that?
don't, then it thinks that it is integer. By default, if you don't specify any return type, it is
Okay.
integer. So if it is not integer, then it should be like this. Suppose if it were integer, then
Mhm.
you don't have to type int here. Okay. By
Okay.
default, it is int. But if it is other than int, you have to say void, float, whatever. Now we are not
So
returning.
what if we move this declaration inside main?
Pardon?
Like if I move this declaration, right, the third line,
Huh.
uh, inside main function, that is also
That is
predefined,
also
right?
okay. But usually it is kept outside main so that you don't clutter with the program logic. That is declaration section. Preprocessor will do that. Okay, so now you see that before and after the values are same. It is not exchanging. So the reason for this we need to understand with the diagram here. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
So you had main
Yes.
here
Yeah.
and you have int a equal to 5 and b equal to 6. If you see the memory of main, you got a here with 5 and b here with 6. Okay, this may be address 4000 and this may be address 4004. Hmm? Okay, now when you declared a function void exchange hmm, int a int b, within this you are doing something. Now the memory scope of this is separate. This when you say int a and int b here, separate allocation is done for these two. This is a separate a and this is separate a from these two. The scope of these variable is limited to the main scope.
But it will be using the same memory stack, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
there
same
will
memory
be a
space
conflict.
stack only, but the address of this will be something different. Let us say 4800 and this will be 4808 4. Hmm? And here you are saying exchange a comma b. This 5 is copied here and this 6 is copied here. Now we are taking a variable t here, int t. So t is allocated space, initially some garbage here. This is 4800 and let us say 8. So what do you do? You say t equal to a. So this a gets copied here and then you are saying a equal to b. So b is copied here and again you are saying b equal to
The
t. That is this 5 is copied here the exchange happened in this part of the memory, but not here. When you come back from exchange, you're printing AB. You're actually printing these two ABs, not these two. Okay, so the exchange did not take place in this memory area.
So we can see by printing the address, right?
Yeah. Now,
if you want to see the difference.
yeah. Now, if I pass the address of the variables, if I say ampersand A and ampersand B, and here if I say star A and star B, okay, now what happens is A and B are not normal variables, they are pointers. Okay, A or B are not normal variable, they are pointers. Now, when you are saying ampersand A here in the exchanger, you are actually storing 4000 here. And in B, you are storing 4004. And you are taking a T. Here you should make a difference. You should say T equal to star A. What is star A? Content of A. It is this 5. So this 5 is copied into T. Then you should say star A equal to star B. The content of star A, which is 4000 location, what we have 5. In that you are copying the content of 4004. Sorry, this should be 4004. So it will copy 6 here. Star A equal to star B will copy this 6 into this location. So at this stage, both A and B are same. Next step, you are doing star B equal to T. That is content of 4000, which is this, should be initialized with T. T is what? 5. So 5 comes here. Now if I print AB, you see the new values 6, 5 and they get printed.
Instead of int t, we can declare even int star t, and we can just give like star t is equal to star a and star a is equal to
No, why
star
you
b
want to
kind of
do
thing, right?
that? You don't require, because T we require as a local variable just for temporary
Right.
storage.
Right.
It need not be a pointer.
Okay.
So when you use pointers, you can manipulate memory which is not within your scope. So let us make those changes and see. Here if I say ampersand A, and here if I do ampersand B, and in the declaration also I should use pointers now, because I can't use normal variable, because they should refer to memory area in the main function. So here also it should be int star, because those are the pointers. And here star A, T is a normal variable. It can hold the content of a pointer pointing to star A equal to star B and star B equal to T. Now if I run the program, before and after execution, you will have different values.
So can we print addresses also here before and after?
That is what I am doing. Before 5, 6 was there.
No, address.
You are printing before this values, and after exchange, you are actually seeing the changed values in the main function only. So variables declared in main, these two got exchanged with the help of pointers. Without pointers, you could not have done this. Okay, so pointers and functions always should be studied together to understand how pointers help pass addresses of variables, and you can manipulate the locations of variables which are in main and get the exchange done. Okay.
Also, sir, one more question. Suppose, okay.
Yeah.
So I use same variables for one more function.
Which one?
So you see, this is an exchange function,
Yeah.
right? So I'm going to write one more function and I use same variables.
I can use same variables A and B. You can use P also here, P and Q. Now the names of the pointers will change, but the values they receive are the addresses of A and B.
Okay, depends on the function name
Yeah,
we
yeah.
are giving. Okay,
So
okay.
I just have to change the pointer names here. So
So when we are using pointers, there is no concept of this scope. This variable is declared in this scope, so that will not
yeah,
apply.
yeah. So
Okay.
same variable name you can use another part of the function. Just in the
Okay.
previous case, I used A and B. So it doesn't really matter. The A and B here are different, and A and B here are different. Now, even in this
Function.
case, it should work. Okay. So normally you
Mm-hmm.
don't use the same variable names. You use different variable names. But in case if required, you can use the same variable names.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm? All right. So what we saw today is array of characters and using how strings are stored in memory. They end with /0, and we know how to navigate through the character array till the end using while loop, and we can do a lot of things like finding the length of the string, reversing the string, splitting the counting the number of words. Hmm? And we saw how pointers are declared and how pointers are useful to navigate through the character array or even integer arrays. All right. So you can do all that stuff using pointers. Okay.
So do we have more in the this pointer topic, or it is the end?
Yeah, no, there's a lot of things to learn with regard to pointer. Pointers and structures have to be learned. Okay.
Okay.
And again, pointers, you can have double pointers. If I bring in
No.
double pointers, you will find you.
And we have one thing like array of pointers,
Yeah,
pointers
yeah,
of
yeah,
arrays.
yeah. Even that is possible. Array of pointers is also possible. We'll see how to do that. But all others, let them get acquainted with pointer concept and experiment with few simple things so that we can
Hmm.
move on with other difficult things later. Hmm? Okay. So just as in case of character array, we use pointers. Similarly, you can use with integer values also like that. If I say
Sir, can you just show us one example of directly declaring that int a star or something like int star a?
oh, okay, like this,
Yeah. Huh. So can we do like this? Like,
I think
is it
yeah, this is also
same?
possible.
Okay.
Now, if I say int I equal to 0 or let's say we have n is equal to let us say 10. Hmm? Now,
Okay.
if you go on dividing by 2 and note down the remainder, for example, if I say n mod 2, what is the remainder?
Okay.
0, right?
Okay. Yeah,
2
yeah.
pies are
Correct.
10 and remainder is 0. Next is you have to find the quotient by dividing by 2. So you get 5 here.
Okay. Okay.
Now
Okay.
this 5 again you find the remainder. What is the remainder now? 1.
One.
Okay.
Correct.
Now again find the
Okay. Correct.
quotient n by 2, that is 5 by 2. It's going to be 2, right?
Two.
Quotient is 2. And now find the remainder again. It is 0.
Okay.
And again find the quotient. You get quotient as 1.
Okay. Okay. So this number, what it is, it will
Yeah,
print.
again 1 you find the remainder.
Okay.
The remainder is 1. Next time when you try to find the quotient, it is 0. So
Zero.
when while n not equal to 0, you should do the things. Okay.
So you have to divide it and find mod and
Yeah,
then
you
divide
you
it.
find the remainder, but these remainders have to be remembered. So what you have to do is you have to take an array of 10 characters, 10 integers. Then a of you should take one index I equal to 0. A
Okay.
of I plus plus is equal to n mod 2. So it will remember these remainders.
Okay.
Before you loop back, you say n equal to n by 2. So it will give the quotient and go back here.
Go back.
So in the array,
Until
in the array,
zero.
what actually gets stored is this 0, 1, 0, 1.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
actually, binary representation of this is 1, 0, 1, 0. So you have to print this in the reverse order.
Okay.
So you know that index I is pointing here. So you just have to say while I greater than equal to 0, printf percentage d. 1 minute. I'll take this printf here. Percentage d with little space here. A of I. And before you loop back, you should say I minus minus and then put this in the while loop. So you are traversing backward and you're displaying 1010.
Okay.
This logic is clear?